This movie is based on the true story of American Sniper. The story is about a man who is a soldier. His name is Chris K. He was sent to Iraq to fight the war because he was considered a great sniper, and whatever he experienced there, what he did got stuck in his mind, and not only this, it had a very bad effect on him because of the fear he felt there. Even after coming home after the war was over, he was unable to live properly with his wife. This had started affecting his married life. At the beginning of the story, Krish is shown in Iraq where the situation is very bad. Krish and his companions are targeting people so that whenever they see something wrong anywhere, they can help them shoot it. Then Krish notices that a woman comes out of a house. She is carrying a sheet and she is not moving her hands, as if she has hidden something in her bed sheet. There is also a child with her. The woman hands something to the children. Krish realizes that it is a grenade. He gets nervous because he knows that the grenade is used to eliminate those people, has held children so that they can get freedom from everyone. Krish was different from everyone. He had compassion in his heart. Whenever he tried to shoot someone, his hands would tremble and his heart did not allow it. But he had to do it because of his country and orders. Here also this child had to be shot, otherwise Krish himself gets killed by shooting those children. And from here the story goes into flashback when Krish was a small child. He had gone to the forest with his father to hunt, where his father teaches him to hunt the deer. Krish aims very well and is able to hunt the deer. He does it and many years pass and Krish has grown up. Now he is a cowboy and he has a lot of interest in his profession. One day when he comes home early, he sees that his girlfriend is sleeping with another man at home. This makes Krish very sad and he asks his girlfriend to leave from there, meets his brother and starts watching TV with him. From the news he learns that there were some attacks on the US Embassy, due to which he has to face a lot. This is the only time when Krish realizes in his heart that he will serve the US, that is his country, and will become a good officer. He goes for the interview and is also selected. Luckily, his training starts. After a lot of training, Krish becomes capable of calling himself a good army officer. One day he goes to a bar where he meets a girl named Taya. There is a lot of good talk between them. They soon become friends and friendship turns into love and they both get married. But Krish becomes very busy after going to Iraq because there he gets very difficult and daring missions which require a lot of courage to complete. He kills a lot of people and despite not wanting to, he had to do everything for his country. Because of this, everyone praises him a lot and he gets a senior rank. Seeing his courage and killing history, he is given another big mission, and that is to kill a very dangerous terrorist. The name of the terrorist is Obumist. What happens now is that to find out this, the army goes door to door and asks. They find a family whose head, that is, the man knows about Obumist. He says that a man is a very close friend of his. I know him. He is his right-hand man. The army scares this man so that he gives all the information to them. That man tells them everything to save the life of himself and his family. And when Abu Mas'ud's right hand comes to know about this, he captures that man's son, and to take his revenge, he throws the man's son on the ground in front of him and turns on the drill machine and inserts it into the man's son's head. This is a very painful scene. A father should see his son in that condition. He looks at me and starts shouting loudly. He moves forward but the man shoots the children's father and makes him fall. Krish starts firing from a distance so that he can attract the attention of Mas'ud's partner and save the child, but bullets are fired towards him also, due to which he fails to save the child. He gets tired of all this. His heart is not ready to accept all this, that how can one person do so much atrocities on another person. After a few days, he gets the news that he has become a father, so obviously now his wife and child needed him. Krish comes home on holidays and even after coming home he keeps reading the news about the situation in Iraq. His wife tells him that you are always lost in thoughts. Earlier there was only me in your life. I have survived without you, but now our child has come into this world. We need you. Krish also realizes this, but as much time as he had spent in the bad conditions of Iraq, it was very difficult for him to move and live life in a new way. Due to this, his family life starts deteriorating a bit. Soon the day comes when his holidays are about to end and now he has to go back. He boards a helicopter and comes to Iraq. On reaching Iraq, he comes to know that his most killed. Because of this, people are after him, in which Abu Mas'ud is his right-hand man in the top list. Hence search operations start. U.S. Army starts searching for Abu Mas'ud and his right hand from every place. They go from house to house and search them. There is fear everywhere. One day they reach a house and during their search they find a lot of weapons there. That is, the leader of the family also meets the terrorist and they come to know that the house of Abu Mas'ud's associate is in front. Now everyone gets ready to go there and kill that man that is Abu Mas'ud's right-hand man. As soon as they reach there, people start firing on them in which Abu Mas'ud's right-hand man dies. This is a great tragedy for them. It is a big achievement because he had killed one of the two terrorists. It has been many months since Krish came here. He also misses his family, but in such a tough environment, he cannot go back again and again. While living in the war environment, his mental state is no longer the same as before. He has become very aggressive, getting angry at everything. Examining everything negatively had become a part of his normal routine. During this time, Krish comes to know, because he has a daughter, Krish has to come home once again. He goes to the hospital but starts getting angry at the nurses and staff there. Actually, after living in the war environment, anger and aggression had become his habit, which seems very strange here in the hospital. On the other hand, the situation in Iraq starts worsening. There is a serial sniper in Iraq who is secretly attacking the U.S. Army. He also wanted to defeat Krish so that he fails in every mission. That sniper fires at the U.S. Army, due to which many people get injured. One of them is a very good friend of Krish and two important people of the army are also killed. Krish comes back to Iraq. Here he gets another heartbreaking news that his friend who was injured has now died. Krish himself also breaks down because he had told his wife that he was going back only for his friend, and in response to this, his wife told him that family is not important for him. Now you stay there, and even if you come back, you might not find us. Krish gets worried, but then he is prepared for another mission. All those who are meant to kill the Syrian sniper are deployed at one place where Krish targets that serial sniper and kills him. Here once again, because of Krish, the U.S. Army wins, but Abu Mas'ud gets a clue that Krish is nearby and they want to kill him. Then they all start tracing U.S. Army and Krish. All of them are leaving from there when terrorists spread their trap there. Now here, but a sandstorm also comes, due to which the U.S. Army is unable to see anything. They also call for help, but at this time nothing was possible. At this moment Krish becomes very emotional and calls his home, talks to his wife and starts crying. Krish says, "I want to meet you. I will try till my last breath to reach you and my children." Here, instead of being afraid of the sandstorm, the U.S. Army decides to escape from here by taking advantage of the curtain created by the sandstorm. But on the way Krish gets shot, but he still does not lose courage, and finally everyone reaches a safe place and Krish is taken back to his home from there. His wife is very happy to see him, but Krish remains very silent. He is always lost in some thoughts. His wife is very worried about his behavior. She takes Krish to a mental health consultant. Here we come to know that Krish behind his silence were his regrets. He regrets that he killed so many people. He made a mistake. Those people did not deserve to be killed. Then the consultant gives him courage and says that, "Krish, you are an army person. If you did this to protect your country, then you will regret it. This should not happen." And he also calls other people who had once served in the army, and they all share their experiences with him, and gives motivation to Krish. Krish now starts thinking that the war is over. He has to give quality time to his wife and children. He tries a lot for her and slowly starts getting success. Suddenly his friend in his house finds someone he doesn't know. The guy comes, he wanted some help from Krish. Krish goes with him, but now we are told here that Krish was killed by that guy. What Krish's wife feared happened. She was left empty-handed. Now Krish's dead body is brought back to his home with great respect. There is an army around and a memorial is also made for him. In the ending scene of the movie, we get the actual pictures are shown which bear witness to the fact that Krish was indeed a true character. That is, the entire story is based on true events.